Good evening, people. Welcome to this video. It's going to be an anti-haul, which is new wording for getting rid of the shit you don't want. Normal people get rid of the shit they don't want to make room for new shit. I just get rid of old shit that I don't want because it's shit. It's quite late now. I don't usually put videos out this time of night, but we're in the middle of my showing my entire film collection. There's no space for anything. So thank you to everyone who's watched those videos and commented on those videos. I appreciate it. But it's an anti-haul. Some of these I've had since last year. They were in a pile. They're in a pile to put back in their sleeves, back in their cases, because I keep all cases and I keep all the sleeves for this purpose, in case you want to get rid of stuff. Because you go anywhere and say, here's a disc, do you want it? You'll get probably nothing. You won't get much for them anywhere, depending where you take them. But that's not the point. I have all the cases, but they're all the stuff, the discs, the films I don't want. I was going to do this last year, but they kind of got put to one side and forgot about when life took over, and not in a good way, but life took over. So now deciding, let's just get rid of them. I don't care where they go, just throw them out the window, whatever. But we have Good Will Hunting, which is, it's not a bad film, but I don't want to see it again. Gone Girl, again, decent story, I don't want to see it again. Cinderella Man, I don't even remember what that's about, and I don't care. The fourth Fast and the Furious film, which is, in my opinion, the most forgettable film in the entire series. Grudge Match, I heard it called like an old Rocky versus an old Jake LaMotta. It's not, it's just shit. The Exorcist, now people love it. I understand it. You hear all the stories about when it came out and how it affected people. And with older films, a lot of the time, I try and put my mind back in the time it came out. Like, how would I feel in 1973 watching this? But at the end of the day, it's not 1973, it's 2025, and this bores the shit out of me. I respect it for what it is and what it did and all that kind of stuff, but last time I watched it, I fell asleep. Babylon AD, who gives a shit about that? The Fall, I think it's about this bloke telling someone a story, and that's nice visuals. Sometimes visuals can carry a film. Not in that case. The English Patient, I remember being bored shitless. Godzilla, another one. I respect it for what it was and for what it did, and the black and white's cool, and it's the first time I watched it I thought I really like this. But even then and to this day, as good as everything might be, it's a man in a fucking suit, and I can't get over that fact. It's ridiculous. It looks goofy as shit, and I don't want to watch that crap again. Cars 2, there's just too much going on. Too busy, too many people. Gone with the Wind, a good film. I liked it when I watched it, but it takes like 3 days to watch, and I can't imagine ever thinking to myself, I fancy watching Gone with the Wind tonight. I just can't. The Conversation, Gene Hackman is very good. The film is dull as fuck, and I don't like it. I've tried it a couple times, but it's time to wipe my arse with it. Wipe it out of my mind. I don't want it. Enemy, another good film, a lot of spiders. From Beyond is a decent, I want to call it a body horror. I'm not a fan of body horror films whatsoever. Drive, people love it. I've given it many chances over the years, but Ryan Gosling, I'm not a fan. Each time I see him, he disappoints me that little bit more. The Fisher King, Robin Williams is great, but I was a little bit disappointed when I watched it because I'd heard so much good about it, and I watched and I thought, is this it? Am I watching the right film? The Ballad of Narayama, all about when I think old people reach 70, I think. They get taken up to a mountain and left to die. First time I watched it, I thought, yeah, that's interesting, but don't want to watch it again. I don't really like the 50s version either. Il Bidoni, I don't know the fuck what that is. I don't care what it is. Kill Bill and Kill Bill 2. I think I'd prefer 1, but I watched these recently-ish and I didn't care for them, which surprised me. The Last Tycoon, I don't know what that is. Lawrence is another one. Lawrence of Arabia, critically acclaimed, people love it, great performances, great acting, solid story, great cinematography, boring as fuck. And it's long again. I can't ever imagine wanting to sit down and spend that amount of time with that film. The Mission, don't know what it is. Again, I don't care. Mulholland Drive, I like aspects of it, I really do, but as a complete film, it just doesn't do a great deal for me, which is a shame because I used to love that. And then again, I probably loved the vibe and the tone to it more than the actual film. And again, it's all about, do I want to sit down and watch them again? Kwaidan, that's long, but there's like different stories, and they're not the most interesting stories to me. And last, and probably least, The Life Aquatic. What a load of shit that is. The Life Aquatic. What a load of crap. So that is everything in this anti-haul that I'm getting rid of. There may be some in there, maybe, that if I keep hold of them any longer, I might think, I'll give that another shot. What they are now, I couldn't tell you. So best to just put them in their little cases, wipe all the fingerprints off them, put the sleeves in, and fuck them off. Get rid of them, take them like a fart in the wind, and get rid of them. Wipe them out of my mind. I don't want them. I don't want to watch them. Fuck off. So that is it. Comments are welcome.